How's it going, everybody? Today's video, I wanted to kind of chat a little bit about my best buddy, Thrawn. Thrawn is so dang good in this game. He's been used, for me at least, since the day I've got him to, I would say, probably like my best potential I could keep on using him for. He's never really been on the sidelines. He's always been using some big boy counter. So today's video, I wanted to kind of just show you guys a few battles of me killing some GL Rays. So this is the first one. We're gonna kind of just go straight into it. This is one with JKR, with Gas, GMY, Hermit Yoda, and also Thrawn. And this one I like a lot because it can get you some good banners. I love the banners in the GAC side of things. And we're fighting one with a Malik and Watt. I know in arenas you're going to be fighting a lot of different wacky teams if you are fighting a GL. Like, for example, like a Ray with with Jedi Revan and also Gas. And this team probably won't work as good versus that. And that's why I'm going to show you a different one that works pretty good versus those kind of teams. But in this one, I want to just kind of, in this whole video at least, I want to just kind of share with you how important Thrawn is in today's game. He is still, in my opinion, probably a top 15 character, maybe even top 10 because of how good he is still. His huge fracture ability that now we just applied onto Rey, it pretty much buys us enough time to get all of our guys, our Jedi, almost close to max health and protection with our Hermit Yoda here in this counter. I just messed up right there. Actually, it's kind of annoying. For some reason, the AI uses, when it's like the strategic advantage, they actually use the AoE sometimes. And the only way to fix that is if you go 1x and you put it on basic only for the auto. And I didn't do that there, so that's just really annoying. But I do love Thrawn. His fracture buys you so much time in this counter specifically because you can kind of work down like Wat Tambor. You can go back to Rey. You can get some more stuff going. This is an ultimate Rey. She's got her ultimate off. We ate it because we still have Savior to use, right? So good. I made another misplay there earlier because I did the AoE on accident and it kept on Malik's taunt. I didn't want that, so now we can't really go for Rey. But now we should be able to here in a little bit. But we just lost Thrawn, right? But what we got out of Thrawn before that, I didn't really go over it, but I mean, Fracture, guys. Fracture is probably one of the best debuffs in the game because it slows down one target enemy and it buys your team so much more time to kind of contain, I guess is the best word, control the enemy team, maybe even bolster up your team like we just did in this counter with getting more HP and protection on the field. And it's just so crucial. That right there is so crucial. The Fracture is extremely potent. It's really good. And on top of that, my boy Thrawn has a TM swap, and he can cycle back to, after he's out of Fracture, he can cycle back to TM swap with like another person. In this instance, I would do it with my Revan, get another mark or something going on the board. And it's just so good. Thrawn might not be, like a Gas or, some crazy, standalone character that can do a crazy ton of damage like a Gas or a Kylo or a Rey even. But his utility is off the charts insane. I probably should do a video all about Watt, but you guys already know how good Watt is with his tech. It's pretty insane. So this is the next one I want to share with you guys. This is a Darth Revan team. Or, I mean, this is my Darth Revan team fighting an ultimate Rey. So this Rey has GK and Chewbacca. This is the Darth Revan counter with the GBA, the BSF, the Watt, and then Thrawn. Thrawn is huge here because now we just fractured the Rey. And what this means is now we have so much extra time with our Sith and BSF and Darth Revan to kind of like fear people, shock people, apply ability blocks on people. And it just buys us so much time. That's what the Fracture does here. It buys you a lot of extra time. On top of that, if you're going to be fighting a Rey, if you do lower her health, I think it's below 50%, I think, she goes into damage immunity mode, and that also buys you a lot more time to do even more hits to the enemy. And also, if you wanted to like heal, like we just did in the Revan counter, the Jedi Revan counter. But Thrawn, his biggest use is his Fracture. His Fracture is insane. I cannot stress it enough. I'll show you some of my mods of who I'm rocking here after, because you guys probably want to know that, right? But Thrawn, he is so crucial to this game. I still think he is. If you guys don't have a Thrawn unlocked, maybe you're a little bit newer, I would definitely go for him. If you guys are a late game player, maybe you already have them unlocked, get him gear 12 at least. Mine here is gear 12. If I were to kind of go all out on my Thrawn, I would go gear 13 Thrawn. But I'm kind of like that one person that does counters if they work, and if I don't need to, relic them up even more so. So for like this instance, I think I'm rocking a gear 13 Darth Revan, and that's it. Everybody else is gear 12. And like right there, you guys saw me just eat up another ultimate. And then boom, we come out of the ultimate, and Thrawn has his fracture ready to use again. Guys, it's insane. Thrawn buys you so much time here. And what does that mean? Well, it means that you can just pretty much just slaughter the rest of the team here with your Darth Revan and BSF. I do like him a lot. He is not centered just in the Empire. You don't have to use him just in Empire. We can see so many different uses here. He is such a good theory crafting tool. Him and Wat Tambor, you can see here, we're using both of them in this team in this fight. I do think they're both necessary in this counter, but I think Thrawn is just such a basic. In my opinion, he's like an OG, an original. He's an original Wat Tambor. That's kind of what he is. That's Thrawn for you. He's just so good. He really is. He just does so much for your team. Even though it might not seem like a whole lot, it is way more than enough to kind of get through these huge walls of HP that Rey has, and such like that. And also, I guess, we're talking about this team, you got to bring up the Resistance hero Finn and Poe. So like for like some reason in this team, in this fight here, I got some bug. I don't know what this bug really is, but the Rey is supposed to be in her ultimate form, but she doesn't have her ultimate with reducing the HP or reducing the damage at all. And she's just stuck in that little animation with her sabers crossed. And what does that mean for me? Well, I can actually easily pick her team apart and even kill her. So this does happen. This bug can happen. It's happened to me now twice. It's not a good bug. I wish they fixed these bugs, but you know how CG kind of functions and does your whole thing. It is what it is. But just going back to Thrawn, guys, he's just so good. You guys got to get him. He's such an instrumental character in this game. He is by far, if you're going to think about, just standalone characters, the uses you're going to get out of Thrawn are off the charts insane. You can use him in so many different teams and counters. I would probably just kind of say this. You probably want to use him on the offensive and not place him on the defensive, because he can be used way better in your hands than he does in the AI hands on defense. A lot of kind of like how a lot of different characters are in this game, I guess you could say. But, it is what it is. Thrawn is so dang good. I could do a whole nother video just chatting about how good Wat is, but the fracture is so crucial. And I'm actually going to just stop right here because we're already finish it. I'll speed up a little bit. Let's speed up just a little bit. This is like what this ending looks like. You kind of want to save your specials because you don't want to lower any TM or put them in fracture mode or anything like that. And this can go to a timeout if you don't have good enough mods and damage on your team to get through them at all. But we will be able to in this one because we got a little bit. We got seconds pretty much. Barely got it, like 5 seconds left, but we got it. Just going back in the game though, guys. Going back in the game, Thrawn. How good is Thrawn? Well, he's pretty dang good. We just have seen him. His fracture is so crucial. So now just looking at Thrawn's kit down here, I would really probably, if I were to keep on using him, which I will be, I would probably want to get him gear 13, which I probably should, but I'm kind of holding off for the Kylo guys. But his fracture, if you guys did not know what fracture actually does, or maybe you haven't looked at it in a while, it is crazy. So you're gonna deal special damage to the target enemy 4 times, which he doesn't do much damage, but you're going to now apply fracture and also dispel buffs and remove 50% turn meter. So now you're going to inflict fracture until the start of his next turn. So it doesn't even matter if that enemy you applied fracture to got 100% turn meter somehow. Like let's say in that instance with a Rey team, if Finn did a TM stop with Rey, that's not going to matter because she's still going to be under fracture because he doesn't get out of fracture until his next turn. So you're going to have so much extra time there, which is awesome. And also, this can't be copied or dispelled. So it's like a locked debuff. You can't get rid of it. You really can't. Which is awesome. And what this means for fracture on characters is that speed is set to 0. Can't gain buffs, bonus attacks, or bonus turn meter. Fracture on raid bosses, that's what it is. Nobody cares about raid bosses anyways because you can just solo raids now. But on the characters at least, setting the character speed to 0, and then they can't gain buffs, bonus attacks, or bonus turn meter, that is insane. So fracture is awesome. And on top of that, it's on a 3-turn cooldown, guys. It does not get any better than that. It really does not. And then, of course, you got to wrap it up with his second special, which is his Grand Admiral's Command. Swap turn meter with target other ally. Dispel all debuffs on Thrawn and that ally, and they both recover 40% protection. It does not get any better than that. It really doesn't. The fact that these two specials are on a 3-turn cooldown means that you can really cycle back to them really fast. So you can kind of get into a little bit of a loop of fracture after fracture, almost. And on his unique, of course, Thrawn has a 100% counter chance and 100% tenacity and minus 50% speed while any enemies are fractured. And this is a must-have Zeta. You want to have that lowered speed so he doesn't get his next turn that fast. So that way you can buy your team more time to do more hits across the board, which is super, super awesome. And also, when this is not a huge thing here, but whenever another Empire ally uses a special ability while Thrawn is active, that ally gains 15% turn meter, and if any enemies are fractured, Thrawn and fractured enemies lose 15% turn meter. So it's not that crazy, but it can be pretty solid in a full Empire team if you were to use them there, which sometimes people do. But Thrawn. This is Thrawn. Thrawn is great. If you guys don't like Thrawn, you should like him because he's a great person. I've met him before. He's awesome. And also, I guess we can go about his basic. His basic applies speed up, and then if the speed up expires, he has ability block. And if you hit somebody with ability block, well, it stuns them. So it's great. I love it a lot, and these effects can't be resisted, so it's great. Thrawn, why is he so good? Fracture, TM swap, and slowing the enemy down so that it buys your team enough time to kill them, or to kind of just get enough health and protection up like we did in the JKR team to eat up an ultimate or something like that. So, guys, Thrawn is insane. I want to do a whole video just about him because he is used almost everywhere to counter teams. It is crazy. We now have seen him countering Rays with the Darth Revan team and now the Jedi team. Probably not as much use in the Kylo counter because you can just use a full Jedi team versus that. And I will do a video here shortly talking about the Kylo counter with the Jedi. I want to do it. Hopefully it will work out because my PC kind of sucks. But maybe my laptop can pull it off. We'll have to see. But yeah, I said I could do a whole video just about Watt, but I want to do a whole video just about Thrawn. The Thrawn, in my opinion, has the most use in the game outside of Watt Tembor. Those two guys are like brothers. Step brothers, I guess you could say. Insert Step Brothers name here. Yeah, Thrawn's just so good, guys. If you haven't got him already, get him geared up, get that Zeta on the unique, slow yourself down, buy yourself or buy your team more time to do hits, heal up, whatever it may be. He is so crucial. I love Thrawn a lot. That's it for today's video. More counters to come, guys. More counters to come for sure. But that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video today, give it a like, share it around, and sub to the channel if you guys are new here. Besides that, we got a couple ways to support me if you guys would like to. Patreon, channel memberships, and we have a PayPal down below if you guys want to help support me as well. And also, if you want to just come check out and hang out with me on Discord, feel free to do that as well. All those links are down below in the description. But let me know, guys. Last thing here. Let me know in the comments below how you have used Thrawn and how you're using him now. Do you still love your Thrawn? Because I still love mine. That's it. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys all later. Peace out.